This is a mouse. I hate mice. And I have no problem saying it. And I know people go, yeah, I don't like mice. You can ask my husband. I loathe mice. I have a heart issue about mice. When I was about 5 years old, we were renting a home out towards Bear Butte as we were in between homes and then about to build where my parents currently live. And you can ask people who worked here at that time, and we had the school at that time. I was an emotionally unstable child at that time in my life because of all the chaos that was going on. But I was about 5 years old, and we were renting a house out by Bear Butte. And my older brother, God bless him, was a terrified person and always had to be near my parents. And so I was then nominated to sleep in the bedroom in the basement. The bedroom in the basement was literally infested with mice. I mean, they would run over my sheets. They ran around. I mean, they were everywhere. My dad was trying to do everything to trap them. And so where one person might go, yeah, I've been surrounded with mice all my life. I have a complete phobia of mice since then. I loathe them. I hate them. And I don't know if it's just the way to, if your fears come upon you, if God just thinks it's really funny, but every house I've ever lived in, we've had a problem with mice. And every car I've ever owned has had mice get in them. And I just go, really? Of all the people who can go, oh, it's a nice little rodent. My kids will never have a hamster. They're never going to have a guinea pig. They're going to miss out in life because they're not allowed to have anything that resembles that creature in my house. And so I just, all through when we bought our first house and lived in it, it was a trailer house, and it was a brand new trailer house. And in my mind, these things just don't happen in brand new things. Well, sure enough, like the second winter we were there, I pull out a drawer, and it's obviously mice have been in my house. I about moved out for 2 weeks. I am not even lying. It was like I did not sleep until my husband caught it, until my husband found a solution. I loathe mice. And so every car I've ever owned has had mice in it, and the car I currently own has had 2 mice in it in the last 2 months. And again, you're lucky that I even got in the car. Like, I don't want to go near these things. They're disgusting. They create a mess. Well, this last month has been crazy for us for several reasons, but we're in the middle of a move, and I was trying to clean out my car one day, and I put a bunch of stuff in a bag, and it was not even any food. It was my kids' homework that they like to leave around, and I had this in a bag, and a couple days later, I went to pick up the bag, and there was clearly something had been in it. And I thought, great, here we go again. And I start searching my car, which I will honestly say, my car is mouse paradise. Like, I have kids, and there's food to last a famine. Like, they would be honored to live in my car. But I pick up this bag, and I go, great, here we go again. And I search around, and yep, there's evidence. I find a little nest, and I'm just like, this is just ridiculous. And I try to clean it out. I'm getting frustrated. I'm calling my husband going, there's a mouse in my car and you better get it out. But something happened over the next few days, and I got very distracted with life. And I knew that this mouse was still in my car. And I was really getting tired. We've been moving. We've been working on houses. We figure in the last 6 months, all we've done is housework. I got real tired. And so over the next couple days, I developed an attitude of I really don't care. I really don't care. I know there's a mouse in my car. And I know it is leaving a disaster. It's got nests in places that I don't want it to. It's probably running all over my kids' stuff that they're going to be hauling in and out. We have water bottles in there, stuff that normally would drive me crazy. And I just developed this attitude of, I don't think I care. I don't think I mind anymore. I think I'm just going to ignore this pest in my life. I'm going to ignore this problem that I have. And for me, that's actually kind of impressive because, like you said, I'm lucky that I even drove the car. But and to be honest, I started to kind of forget about it, and I was driving down the road one day by myself, and I heard something, and I was like, oh, I bet that's the mouse. Oh, well, enjoy this great feast that I have for you in my car. And I just carried on. I just ignored it. But I was ignoring a pest that I knew was making a huge mess in my car. I knew it was crawling all over my kids' things and all over our water bottles and different things. I knew it was making a home in places that was going to be very difficult to clean out. But I was just too tired to face it. I was just too tired to clean it out. I was just too tired to deal with it. And a couple days, about a week or so later, my husband had taken my car to get it ready for this trip. And he texts me from work and he goes, I caught it. And I said, oh, yeah, okay, awesome. Was it big? And he goes, yes. It was huge. I mean, it was making itself home. But I sat and thought about it. I thought about how far I've come. And in one ways, you can look at it as a positive thing that I've not freaking out nearly as much as I could about mice or whatever. But on the other side, I thought, how many things in my life have I just put on the back burner that I need to address? These pests that are creating messes in my life. The elephant in the room that is creating a mess that I'm just saying, I'm going to ignore it for right now. I'm going to pretend like this isn't happening. I know down the road I'm going to have to deal with the consequences of what this means, but right now, I just am too tired to face the pest that is in my life, to face the thing that's causing all these little problems. I'm just too tired, and I'm going to ignore it. You know what happens in a home when you don't deal with an infestation of mice, right? It gets nasty, and it gets nasty fast.